I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just think we can't be afraid of our children, especially when they're young, because eventually, you've heard about it tonight, they turn into teenagers. Yep. Preach. And teenagers are scary. I mean, objectively scary. I mean, like Freddy Krueger, clown in the sewer, scary. Okay, let me put a point on it. Teenagers are, I am not ready to be a grandmother yet, scary. I am afraid of their hormones. Do you understand? Okay, yes, right. And I think it is much more effective not to be afraid of our kids, but to keep them afraid of us. Yeah, my people, okay. I take my sons every summer back to the country where I was raised because I just think it strikes the right amount of fear in a young man's heart to watch his mother slaughter the chickens. Country people here? Okay. All right, okay. Because I mean, I murdered a betta fish in the earlier joke, so I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get canceled. But I'm just saying, you get a lot of yes ma'ams at the dinner table when they understand you are capable of snapping a neck or two. Yeah, we can't be afraid of them. And it happens so fast, doesn't it, the teenagers? I tell people I'm a new mom because the children that I gave birth to all those years ago, well, they're gone. Those young, cute kids that brought us such love and joy and hope, they're gone. It's like they've been replaced in the night. Like something from a medieval fairy tale, just changelings who left the demon in the bed. And they've been replaced by versions of our kids you do, like almost recognizable. Angrier, scarier, more hormonal, just douche baggier versions of my kid. Teenagers are their toddler selves on steroids. Literally. Think about it. It's like the new toddlerhood. It really, everything is like, no, and I do it myself. They fall out of their chairs for no reason at all. And those temper tantrums, it's the same thing. But see, when they're toddlers, it's less scary. When a toddler has a temper tantrum, you can bodily move them into timeout and get down at their level and have a little discourse and hugs and kisses, reset for the day. My sons became high school wrestlers, okay? If I even come near them in the middle of a hormonal adolescent meltdown, they could take me down. Scary. It's pretty much just avoiding their rage and hoping they make contact with an inanimate object, I hate to break it to you younger parents, but you don't really, truly earn your parenting card until somebody punches a hole in the drywall. It might be you that counts, that does. And off topic, that is how my two sons learned how to patch drywall. And that's a life skill. Yeah, it all works out, doesn't it? Yeah. When a toddler wants to leave the house wearing nothing but a little pink tutu and her cowgirl boots, so cute. When that same human being wants to leave the house age 17 wearing that same outfit to a concert at Red Rocks, less adorable. Less adorable. And doesn't it feel like it happens overnight? Like, truly, right? It's like one day, the kids are like, oh, Mama, I love the everything of you. And like the next day, Mom, I hate the way you breathe. One day they love you. And family is everything, right? Proud to be part of the family. And I swear it's the next day, they are trying to convince the world they have, in fact, no family at all. Just a couple of lone rangers raised by wolves, wandering the suburban streets, my boys. Yeah. God, one day they're like reading their magic treehouse books under the cover with a flashlight. And the next day, my lingerie catalog comes in the mail. That's right, that's how old I am. My lingerie catalog comes in the mail. But I don't know why, because then it disappears. And I find it next to the toilet in the boys' bathroom. Gross. Again, a life lesson there at the toilet. They are invested, teenagers, in changing personalities every day. It's hard to keep up. So I tell people, I have 2 new people living in my house. I'm a new mom. And I want some of the stuff we give new moms. VIP parking, free massages, people bringing you casseroles all the time. It's been a minute, my friends. I could use a casserole, okay? And baby showers, think about it. We do that for people when they're about to become parents of new babies. How about we do it for parents who are about to become parents of teenagers? People living in their, right, we should do it, right? A teenage shower. If you have a friend whose child is starting to turn on her, if your friend is clutching her Chardonnay in a death grip, you throw that woman a party, okay? She deserves it. And this time she can drink at her own shower. So, better than being pregnant. Yeah. To all of you. Here's the best gift for a teenage shower, okay? Remember the baby monitor? You're gonna dig that out of the basement and you're gonna give that to your friend. Because that kind of surveillance is much more useful to a parent of a teenager, okay? That baby monitor becomes a who's sneaking beer out of the garage fridge monitor. Who's sneaking out the bedroom window monitor. Who's getting fingered in the basement monitor. I know, that's just real. We cannot be afraid to their reality because then we leave them vulnerable, my friends, really. And now is probably a good time for me to say this because I talk a lot of smack about teenagers, but I actually love them. I love my own kids. I love all teenagers. I taught high school. I had to love them. I spent every day with teenagers all day long and their ideas. Had to love them. Had to love them. No, but you know the best thing about young people is that they really are, despite themselves, no matter how goofy and stupid and cynical they get, they are really full of hope, you know? Yeah. Teenagers look into the future and they do not see broken dreams and complicated relationships and student loan debt. They don't see that. They look into the future and they imagine themselves doing great things, saving the turtles and really changing the world. And I love hanging out with people like that. Isn't that nice? And you know why they have that attitude? Because they're stupid. That's right. Their frontal lobes have not formed. It's not their fault, okay? So what I like to do is I like to spend time with young parents who have, you know, little kids, babies, toddlers, for the innocence of it all. Yeah. But I cannot stand them. They're very weak. Very soft. Oh, we're losing so much sleep, the baby. I mean, sure, you are. It's hard. But you probably have a casserole in your freezer, so... And I don't like to be a buzzkill, kind of I do, but I guess I'm like my mom. No, I just want to tell these young parents, like, okay, just wait. Right? Just wait until that baby drives a car. Yeah, wait until that baby has 44 missing assignments in his trigonometry class. And when you ask him why baby, why the 44 missing assignments. When he says, I don't know. He's not lying. He doesn't know. They're so stupid. It's not their fault.